bill for the toll plus that $3 fee in the mail. A renewed push to curb the dangerous habit of distracted driving. Last year, 122 people died in crashes linked to cell phone use, texting, or other distractions. Today, leaders from the American Academy of Orthopaedic Surgeons kicked off a campaign aimed at helping drivers stay safe behind the wheel. Here to talk more about this campaign, Dr. Andrew Pollak, he's president of the Orthopaedic Trauma Association, and Aaron Brookens, who was injured driving while distracted. Thank you guys for joining us. Dr. Pollak, I'll start with you. Most states either have laws on the books or at least they're in the works. So what more are you hoping to do?
We want to increase awareness about this problem. We want to make people understand the number of people who are being injured on a day-to-day basis as a result of these accidents. We're doing three things right now. We're going to ask people to make a conscious decision when they get behind the wheel to decide to drive, not to be distracted and do other things. Each of us is asked to multitask and do lots of things at the same time every day. We want people to focus on driving when they get behind the wheel. Second, we want to make them aware of our website. We want them to visit our website, decidetodrive.org. They can use our social media networks, Twitter and Facebook, and get more information about what we're doing. And third, tell other people about it. Tell their friends, tell their family. Make sure everybody's aware that it's important that when they get behind the wheel, they focus on driving and not focus on other things.
Somebody to make sure that that message hits home is Aaron Brookens, and you were actually driving. You picked up the phone, you sent a text, and then the rest, of course, is, I don't have to tell you, our audience should know, history. Your body was ravaged in this car crash, broke both legs, broken ankle, broken kneecap. You're still recovering. So obviously, the question I think a lot of people would ask is, if you had to do it over again, you would not have picked up that phone. But how do you explain what you've gone through in that decision and what you feel now to other drivers?
The main thing is just, if I thought that something like that was going to happen to me, obviously I wouldn't have been doing it in the first place. You never know when something like that's going to pop up on you. It's so dangerous. We don't realize how far we're traveling when our eyes are off that road. All I can remember is just being in slow motion with my phone above the steering wheel and then looking up and seeing a big, huge white box. I was so close to it. They said that there weren't even screech marks before I hit the semi, so it was that bad of an impact. I was going about 75 miles an hour, and the semi-truck was going about 25, so it was scary stuff. Pinned in the truck for about an hour long as they struggled to get me out of there in time. My right femur fracture was a compound fracture, meaning it was coming out of the back of my hamstring. I was bleeding. A
little Joe Theismann going on there.
Yeah.
So, obviously, and you touched on it, behavior modification is very difficult. There's a study, 1 in 5 drivers thinks that they're good enough at driving to multitask and do stuff like this. How do you get into, Aaron's story is compelling, but how do you get into the minds and the cars of people every day?
We need to tell the story often enough to make people understand that when they think that, they're wrong. We need to make sure they understand, everybody thinks I can text, I can drive at the same time. They're wrong. The experience would simply say you're wrong. You need to focus on driving. And we know that accident rates go up in communities where texting rates go up at the same time. So it's a very, very dangerous practice. And I think the more we make people aware of this problem, the less likely they are to engage in it.
And the website again?
decidetodrive.org.
All right. Dr. Andrew Pollak, Aaron Brookens, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for coming in. Good luck with your campaign.
Thank you very much.
Fox 5 News at 5 is coming right back.